Hello students, today we will start with a new chapter of our class 8 Science and CRT textbook, that is Reaching the Age of Adolescence. So, adolescence is a stage to achieve reproductive maturity. In the stage at which the organism achieves reproductive maturity, that stage is known as adolescence, and the period between the ages of 11 years and 18 to 19 years in children is adolescence. That is, the teenage age is known as the adolescence. So here let's study about the different stages of life. First stage, that is 0 to 2 years, it's the stage of infancy. Then comes the childhood stage, which lasts for 3 to 12 years. Then comes the teenage age, that is 13 to 19. The age and the if we say the spelling of 13, there teen comes, right? So 13 till 19 means the teenage age is adolescence age. Then comes the adulthood. The adulthood is 20 to 14 years is the age of adulthood, and then comes the old age, that is above 40 years. So if we go through these ages, infancy is the stage of growth of baby. It is the growth of baby from birth to 2 years, that is the stage of infancy. Then comes the childhood. Childhood is the stage of growth of child. Growth of child from 3 to 12 years, that is the childhood stage. Then comes the adolescence. It is the period of transition from childhood to adulthood. The period of transition, that is the period of transformation of childhood to adulthood, is the period of adolescence, which is 13 to 19 years. Then comes the adulthood. It is a period between 20 to 40 years, and old age is a period of about 40 years. Now comes the topic puberty. There are several changes in the body during adolescence. So that marks the onset of puberty. That marks the beginning of puberty. So it is a period when sex hormones are produced in boy or girl. So when the production of sex hormones starts in boy or girl, that period is known as puberty, and here the individual becomes sexually mature. The boy attains puberty at the age of 14 to 15 years, and girls attain puberty at the age of 11 years. Then comes the changes in teenagers. When they enter the teenage, that time there are changes in them. What changes could be? First is the change in body shape. Body shape, as you can see in the figure, how their body shape changes. Then there is increase in height, change in voice, and there is increased activity of sweat gland. Sweat glands are present in them, whose activity increases at the stage of adolescence. So there is development of sex organs and production of hormones that stimulate gamete formation. There are hormone production, so whenever they come in sexual contact, that time gamete production is done and becomes mentally and emotionally mature. As you can see, the voice box in boys, the voice box increases. Then how the height increases. Increase in height means there is a sudden increase in height. Suddenly the height increases. So during puberty, hormones signal the body to grow faster. As the period of puberty begins, the hormones that are produced, they signal the body to grow faster. So in boys, the height increases generally around 13 years, and in girls it's around 11 years. Then change in the body shape. Both boys and girls, there is an increase in muscle growth. The growth of muscle increases at the time of puberty. Then boys shows faster increase in muscle tissues. In the muscle tissues there is faster growth in boys, and girls have faster increase in fat tissues. Then for girls, fat moves from the middle to the upper and lower body, giving the curvier appearance. So how does the fat tissue grows in girls? So first it moves from the middle to the upper part, and then it moves from the middle to the lower body. So it gives a curve like appearance to the girls. Then comes the change in voice. So at puberty, the voice box or the larynx begins to grow, and boys develop larger voice box. Boys develop larger voice box, and in girls the larynx is hardly visible. But in boys the larynx is visible. But in girls it's hardly visible because it's smaller in size. Then increased activity of sweat glands. The activity of sweat glands increases. So what happens at that time? There is an increased secretion of sweat and oil glands. The secretion of sweat and oil glands increases, due to which there is appearance of pimples on the face. Then comes the development of sex organs. Testes and ovaries also start producing sperm and eggs respectively. Testes and ovaries are the sex organs which are present in male and female. This you have studied in the last chapter, and that's why they start producing sperms and eggs respectively. Then comes secondary sexual characters. So these secondary sexual characters, they are controlled by sex hormone, and they have certain characters by which male and female are distinguished. So this secondary sexual characters, male and female are distinguished. So in males, the secondary sexual characters which develop are beard, mustaches develop. Then their facial hair grows on their faces. Deep voice, their voice goes deep. Their shoulder becomes broad, and their height is increased. And in females there is development of mammary glands. They also have facial hair growth. Their voice becomes shrilled, and there is starting of menstrual cycle. And the pelvic region, their pelvic region also widens. So these are the changes in female. So that's all for today's class. In the next class we will study about different types of glands and how does it affect our body when its secretion is done and when that gland production is done in our body. Okay, I hope you are clear with today's concept. Thank you and have a great day.